President Obama spoke from the factory floor of Monaco RV in Wakarusa to a small crowd of factory workers, many who've been laid off in the last year. Monaco's parent company, Navistar, will get $39 million in federal taxpayer grants to build electric trucks. The president spoke in front of one of those trucks today. They're molded after a series of similar vehicles now built and distributed in England. They have a range of 100 miles and, according to President Obama, will help lead to a new clean energy economy. Navistar purchased Monaco after it went bankrupt and has already rehired a handful of people to help the plant get ready to resume production. Company officials say they plan to hire more people early next year, and that'll be about 700.
Just a few months ago, folks thought that these factories might be closed for good. But now they're coming back to life. You're welcome. Thank the American people.
Real Hoosiers are going to be working in good jobs because of this initiative today. So, people are skeptical about government spending. They have a right to be. But in this case, they can actually see that it's going to create the kind of things they wanted it to.
And those 700 jobs will be between Navistar and its companies that work with it. Indiana companies will see a total of $400 million in stimulus money. Enerdell in Indianapolis will get the most, $118 million. But there's one local electric drive company that was left off that list today. Tonight, some are scratching their heads wondering why. WSBT's Troy Kehoe's live in the newsroom. And Troy, Electric Motors Corporation wasn't on that list.
Or even invited to today's event, Deborah, even though its Wakarusa headquarters is right across the street from the Monaco complex. The question now, what effect will today's snub have on EMC's goal of building light-duty hybrid electric pickup trucks in Napanee by early next year?
The next generation of fuel-efficient cars and trucks.
They were the words thousands of unemployed workers across the area had been hoping for. $2.4 billion in grants to help build an electric future, with nearly one-third of the companies and universities involved right here in Indiana and Michigan. But at Shortstop Restaurant in downtown Wakarusa Wednesday night, the talk was more about two words.
Electric motors.
The president didn't say
Something about electric motors.
You expected EMC to be a big
Yes, I
part of it.
did. Yes, I am surprised.
They're not the only ones. Wakarusa town leaders had T-shirts specially made for the event, anticipating what they thought the president's big announcement would be.
I think everybody thought they were coming for EMC.
Turns out, leaders in both Wakarusa and Napanee weren't even invited.
The fact that none of us were invited to be there this morning, when it's right here in our community, was a little disappointing.
And that sense of disappointment was echoed here at EMC's headquarters as well. But CEO Will Cashin says it was coupled with something else, pride that electric vehicle manufacturing is moving forward now in Indiana.
I'm just happy that the President of the United States came here to begin with. I mean, I'd be really self-absorbed if I decided that it was all about me. All the pieces are there.
Still, the mere speculation about EMC's involvement has given the company a boost. EMC's stock has more than doubled in the last week. The list of consortium partners continues to grow, and hopes for an $82 million loan from the Energy Department are still alive.
We know exactly pretty much now where we stand at with our loan, and we're real happy with the information.
As for this new increase in competition, well, Cashin says he's not feeling the least bit crowded.
The 1,000% growth mark, we can't do enough, and no one else can either.
His promise now that EMC is still on the road to success, snub or not.
Before anybody showed up, we were here, and after a long time after they go, we'll be good.
And the next stop on that road comes September 4th. That's when EMC plans to unveil their prototype engine to the public. And WSBT has now confirmed that could include some fanfare. Plans are now in the final stages for what Cashin called several big-name bands to hold a concert on the grounds of the Elkhart Farmers Market over Labor Day weekend. EMC's hope now, Deborah, is that they'll be able to celebrate their own federal grant funding at the same time. Deborah?
Troy Kehoe live in the newsroom tonight. Thank you, Troy.